Are we ready to do this? I'm Richard Sanghas. I am the chair of the faculty and the Grand Marshal for today's ceremony, and I am happy to welcome you to Sonoma State's commencement ceremony. All right. Would the banner carriers please place the heraldic banners in their stands? Thank you, banner carriers. And now, would everyone please be seated? It is my great pleasure to introduce our student musician today, Kelly Brody, who will perform America the Beautiful.
Oh, beautiful, for spacious skies, for amber waves of grain, for purple mountain majesties above the fruited plain. America, America, God shed his grace on thee and crown thy good with brotherhood from sea to shining sea. America, America, God shed on thee and crown thy good with brotherhood from sea to shining sea.
Nicely done. Thank you, Kelly, for opening today's commencement ceremonies. It is now my pleasure to introduce the president of Sonoma State University, Dr. Ruben Arminiana.
I am pleased to add my welcome to that given by Dr. Sanghas on behalf of the faculty and staff of Sonoma State University, many of whom are present today to share in this celebration. When I became president quite a few years ago, one thing it was not on my list of duties, but I have found ever since to be my most single important duty, is to assure good weather on commencement day. And good weather means no rain. I have a 90% delivery, and today I think is one of those. This year's graduate number approximately 2,200. About 1,000 of you are participating in this ceremony for the School of Arts and Humanities, the School of Business and Economics, and the School of Education. All those future teachers are practicing how to keep the class quiet by screaming at them. all of you, the graduates of 2015, welcome to your commencement. We want to welcome the family and friends of our graduates. We can all share in the happiness and pride of our graduates on this great occasion because each of you has played some important part in their success. Thank you. I would like to take a moment as we begin this commencement ceremony to invite the graduates to stand and acknowledge their parents and grandparents, children, spouses, significant others, brothers and sisters, and friends for their help and support.
to invite the outgoing Associated Student Vice President of Finance, Adam Rosenkrantz, to greet the graduates. I've had the great pleasure to sit on a number of committees with Adam, and I must say he's a really sharp guy and he's really had your interests in mind all the way, so he's done me well. Mr. Rosenkrantz has worked very closely with his fellow students this year and addressed several issues important to the campus community.
Good morning. I gotta say, this day really is off to a great start. None of my friends or fellow students got left behind at Friars this morning. It hasn't rained yet. And as long as we don't get another email notifying us that the speaker should be in the rain. All jokes aside, I would like to take a moment to recognize all of the veterans and active duty military personnel as we observe Armed Forces Day. We are fortunate enough to be here on this beautiful morning to congratulate these graduates on the final step in their Sonoma State experience. As a representative of the associated students, it has been incredibly fulfilling to have witnessed the significant impact you all have made on this campus. During your time here, Sonoma State campus completely transformed. With the additions of the Student Center, the Green Music Center, and with the Wine Business Institute under construction, this expansion considerably altered the student experience right before our eyes. And while at times these construction zones proved to be more of an obstacle going to and from class, it is difficult to imagine what SSU would look like without these additions. Similar to the changes made to this campus, we have all matured and grown during our time at Sonoma State. And while meaningful, this change represents but a small portion of the changes that we will inevitably encounter in our lives going forward. I know that there are many friends, family members, and soon-to-be graduates out there wondering if we are ready for the immense change that awaits us. But if there is one thing that I have learned in these past 5 years, it is that the students of this year's graduating class have proven to be resilient and adaptable. My hope is that after this ceremony culminates and you leave the confines of this university, you will never lose sight of all that you have gained during your time here at SSU, the confidence to accomplish, the wherewithal to bounce back from adversity, and the desire to pursue even the lofty goals. Furthermore, the defining images of your pinnacle achievements, the agony of your most deflating defeats, and your perseverance through hardship will serve as poignant reminders that it is not if you will overcome the obstacles that you may encounter going forward, but how you will overcome them. If we keep all of this in the forefront of our minds and endeavor to become the greatest versions of ourselves, success will follow as you step across this stage today and take a monumental step towards defining your future self. It has been my pleasure serving as your student body vice president, and on behalf of the fellow SSU students not here today, we want to wish you all of the best in luck and happiness in all of your future endeavors. Thank you.
Thank you, Adam Rosenkrantz. You can see why he was a pleasure to work with. I would now like to introduce our student speaker, Ms. Sasha Rose Walton. Sasha Rose has wanted to be a teacher for as long as she can remember. She came to Sonoma State with intentions of completing the Hutchins program and becoming a kindergarten teacher. Ms. Roten worked with Associated Students as an event staffer. She was and summer bridge leader, and she also worked with the Excel for Youth program and as a peer mentor for the Educational Opportunity program and Chicano and Latino Studies program. As a future educator, her goal is to change negative attitudes towards public education. So please join me in welcoming Sasha Rose Roten.
Good morning. question I got most from students and parents was, what is college at Sonoma State really like? There are a few answers to this question. Some will say it's a place where girls become women and boys become men. Others will say it'll be the absolute time of your life. And I completely agree with both of those statements. However, that's not the whole truth. Now, if you have ever had a conversation with me, even for just 10 seconds, you would know that I'm all about the truth. The whole truth, all the time. So I answer this question a little differently. Life at Sonoma State is going to the health center every time you have a cold, even though in every room they have posters that tell you what a cold is, how they can be prevented, and most importantly, there's nothing they can do about them. It's eating a tuna sandwich on a hamburger bun because you are too lazy or too broke to go and get real sandwich bread. It's learning just how many days you can go without washing your dishes, doing your laundry, or putting gas in your car. It's being grateful that you live in a town with a store that's open 24 hours so that you and your roommate can make bacon pancakes at midnight. It's moving off campus and losing your ID card because you don't need it to get into your house anymore. It's learning that Mo Phillips and Susie Kashak are actual people. And not just robots that tell us awesome events taking place on campus or whether or not the Stevenson elevator is working. Being a Seawolf is about being angry that you attend a liberal arts school and you have to complete the GE pattern. It's learning that the freshman 15 is a complete myth. It's more like the freshman 35 and it lasts your entire college career. It's having mixed feelings about the student center and then settling on the dislike of the building simply because Charlie Brown's closes early and it's no longer open on weekends. It's promising at the beginning of every semester that you will actually go to the gym and then somehow never being able to make it. And it's most definitely trying to dodge people tabling and then getting upset when people dodge you when you're tabling. Unfortunately, college is also waiting to the last minute to write papers, lying to your professors about why you missed class, and going to work in class and graduation hungover. In my opinion, college is 35% shenanigans, doing things we have no business doing, and getting into trouble that is most likely 100% avoidable. The next 25% of the college culture of the Seawolf experience is the part that your friends, family don't see on Instagram, Facebook, and Tumblr. This will end up being the hardest and most rewarding stage in our lives so far. In this time, we have made mistakes, failed tests, been heartbroken, and homesick. There have been fights, late-night study sessions, and sometimes tears. There may have even been times where we thought we wouldn't make it. We became different people. Some of us are no longer able to successfully process dairy or red meat. Others learn that 4 hours of sleep and a ton of energy drinks cannot get them through the week. The people we thought we would be friends with forever may have simply become memories, and the people we could never see ourselves even talking to will be our bridesmaids and groomsmen. Our values, goals, and ideas about our lives have changed. We even have a little more common sense. For some of us, not enough to know it's a bad idea to get hammered the night before or the day of you have to sit through a 3-hour ceremony in the sun, but enough to remember what time we were supposed to get here today. We have met professors, faculties, and mentors that have inspired us to change our majors, stick with our first choice majors, apply for jobs that seemed impossible to get, and join clubs we didn't even know existed. We have learned so much about who we are and the versions of ourselves we want to become. We are rock stars, and anybody that tells you different is quite simply a hater. Now, if I have done my math correctly, there is still 40% of this picture left. When we first came to Sonoma, we had all these complaints about SSU. There's nothing to do here, we feel isolated, there's an extreme lack of diversity, or we hate not being able to get the classes we need. We had all these thoughts and doubts in our heads about why this was a place we would never be able to call home. But as graduating seniors, thinking back on our experiences, this place, this community has created something in our hearts and in our lives that is not always easy to describe in words. Speak about it. We live in a community where a student made it possible to report bias, making our campus take responsibility for its actions. Where it's business as usual when two future Seawolves challenge two current Seawolves to a dance battle during Spirit Week. Where t-shirts are practically currency. SSU is the first California State University to bring the play Facing Our Truths to the college culture, helping our community to critically think and have continued dialogue about racial formations and inequalities. 20% of our campus demographic is Greek life, dedicated to philanthropy, community service, and sister and brotherhood. There are students on this campus that have written their own musical pieces and choreographed their own dance shows. Student-run organizations like the Tribe, QSA, and FASU started out with just a couple of students and a simple idea, but are now huge parts of our campus culture. And the amount of student leaders, whether it be ones that are a part of student government, the Seawolf leadership jobs, ASP, RSA, and JUMP, is overwhelming, and in my eyes, spectacular. Whether you know it or not, or whether you choose to admit it or not, this place is a part of you, and you are a part of it, forever. My fellow graduates sitting before me, wishing this ceremony was shorter, be proud of yourselves. This is an accomplishment not everyone has the opportunity, the privilege to achieve. The things we've sacrificed, the trouble we've gotten into, the memories we've made, and all the money we have wasted has been worth it to get to this day. Congratulations, class of 2015, class of 3 million. We made it, and our futures are destined for greatness. Thanks. All right.
Thank you, Sasha, for that inspiring message. We're honored to have our speaker today, Congressman Mike Thompson. Congressman Thompson represents California's 5th Congressional District. The district includes all of Napa and parts of Contra Costa, Lake, Solano, and Sonoma counties. Congressman Thompson was the first Vietnam veteran elected to the California State Senate. He served in combat with the U.S. Army as a Staff Sergeant Platoon Leader with the 173rd Airborne Brigade, where he was wounded and received a Purple Heart. He was also an instructor at the Army's Airborne School. Congressman Thompson is recognized in Congress and throughout his district as a moderate Democrat who has built a solid reputation for bipartisan problem solving. While serving in the state Senate, he authored California's landmark Welfare Reform Act. Congressman Thompson is a small vineyard owner and was a maintenance supervisor of the Beringer Winery. And I have to tell you, he's a very, very popular member of Congress on both sides of the aisle because he is such an expert and provider of wine to the fellow members of Congress, and politics go down as soon as he comes in with a good bottle of wine. They all agree that's the right thing to do. Mike has taught public administration and state government at San Francisco State University and at Chico. I want also to tell you a little secret. Many of you might not know about Congressman Thompson. He's an avid collector of duck decoys and vintage tractors. His wife, Jen, who's an alumna of Sonoma State University, is here today, is by far one of the most understanding wives that anybody may have, because if you bring a new tractor, a new decoy to your house, and your wife says, "Wonderful, that's okay," believe me, that does not happen very often. Mike shows very well in Jan and vice versa. Congressman Thompson.
Thank you. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, President Armaniana, faculty, members of the Platform Party, family and friends, and most important, good morning to the class of 2015. Congratulations on your graduation. You worked hard and you've accomplished something extraordinary. And thank you for inviting me to be part of this very, very special day. I've had the pleasure and the honor of representing Sonoma State University during my time in Congress and my tenure in the State Senate. I know the administrators, the faculty, and the teachers. I've spoken with many of the students and the proud veterans who have come here to earn their degree. I've enjoyed remarkable concerts at the world-class Green Music Center, hosted campus forums to discuss important issues such as equal pay for women. And I've watched the best basketball team in the country play in the Wolves' Den, the SSU Seawolves. And as the president pointed out, this is where my wife Jan earned her master's degree. We both have CSU undergraduate degrees, but she points out often, and President Armaniana always agrees, that her master's is much better than mine. Sonoma State is an outstanding institution of higher education, and I'm truly honored to be here with you today. But if someone told me when I was your age that one day I'd be the commencement speaker at Sonoma State, I'd have said that they were crazy. And that's because after I finished my last basketball game in high school, I decided that I'd learned enough and I dropped out of school. My parents, my teachers, and pretty much every adult in my life told me I was making a huge mistake. But heck, back then, I was the smartest person I knew. When I got into the Army and basic training, I began to think that some of those adults may have known what they were talking about. And by the time I got to Vietnam, there was no doubt they were right all along. But in the Army, I got my GED. After serving, I came home and completed my undergraduate degree. I even managed to graduate from high school. It took me until my 30s, but I did it. And I may be the only commencement speaker in the history of Sonoma State University to get a GED, a bachelor's degree, a high school diploma, and a master's degree in that order. So parents, if your kids took a little longer than you thought they should have, believe me, it could have been a lot worse. Students, I hope you had fun, and I hope you enjoyed your time in school, because things change after college. Before, you could set your own schedule so you didn't have class on Friday. Work-free Fridays will now be called vacation days. And yes, at work, there's a limit on how many vacation days you can take. And unlike your professors, your employer will care if you show up late wearing sweatpants. And in college, you had spring and winter break. Now, if you're really, really lucky, the work that you go into will allow you to take an occasional lunch break. What comes next isn't going to be easy, but here's the good news. You earned your degree, and for that reason, it'll be a lot easier. It will also be easier because you're not graduating into the recession economy of 7 years ago. You're graduating into an economy on the upswing. More than 220,000 jobs were created in April, and we've seen 62 straight months of private sector job growth. Nearly 3 million private sector jobs were created last year, and economists predict that 2015 will be even better. Unemployment is down, and it's even lower for college graduates. Americans with 4-year college degrees make about 98% more an hour on average than those without degrees. Take it from me, finishing school was hard, but my degree is why I have the opportunity to do what I do today. Likewise, your degree will allow you to create opportunities for yourself. Work hard, find a good job, pursue your goals, keep having a little fun, and make some money. There's certainly nothing wrong with that. But don't forget, you also have an obligation to your community. By virtue of living in the United States, you will have opportunities that are unavailable to many of your peers in other parts of the world. You've earned those opportunities, but it's our great country that ensures that you'll be able to pursue them. And this didn't just happen by chance. Others sacrificed, they got involved, and they took action to make it this way. You have the responsibility to do the same. A few months ago, I took one of the most moving trips I've been on while serving as a member of Congress. It wasn't to anywhere glamorous, it wasn't to some exotic country or a top secret military compound. It was to a place called Selma, a little town in Alabama about half the size of Rohnert Park. It was there with Republicans and Democrats. We were commemorating the 50th anniversary of Bloody Sunday, a day when some 600 demonstrators walked across the Edmund Pettus Bridge through a fog of tear gas and swinging police batons so that all Americans, no matter the color of their skin, could have equal access to the ballot box. 50 marchers that day were hurt so badly they had to be hospitalized. 17 were hospitalized, and one woman was beaten unconscious. My colleague, Congressman John Lewis from Georgia, then just a 26-year-old college graduate, led that Sunday protest in 1965. He did it because he knew the only way to change things was to take action. He marched, he suffered brutalities, he endured hatred, but out of it all, he sparked a national movement that culminated in President Lyndon Johnson signing the Voting Rights Act into law, and all because John Lewis and others got involved, because they acted. Graduates, life isn't a spectator sport. Every aspiration you have, every goal you've set, every measure of success that you've laid out, it will require you to be involved and to take action. But this isn't just a prerequisite for personal achievement. Like the marchers in Selma understood, it's also a prerequisite and a responsibility you have to our country and to others. Even if you live on top of the highest mountain, where you'll never have to worry about the rise in sea level, you still have a duty to do your part to address climate change. Even if you have the biggest bank account and the largest house, you still have a duty to address income disparity. Even if you've never been a victim of bigotry or the target of discrimination, you have a duty to take a stand against it. Everyone has the right to be treated with respect, and all lives do matter. They matter in Baltimore, Ferguson, Cleveland, and North Charleston. They matter in New York City, where a 25-year-old police officer was just fatally shot, and in Hattiesburg, Mississippi, where 2 cops, one white and one black, were killed in the line of duty during a routine traffic stop. Every injustice that we've stomped out, every oppression we've overcome, every inequity we've defeated, every prejudice that we've prevailed against, they were all the result of people recognizing their duty to get involved and then taking action. When women couldn't vote, Susan B. Anthony, a Quaker from a small town in Massachusetts, got involved and took action. She traveled state to state for 45 years, giving 100 speeches per year. Her drive helped pass the 19th Amendment so that no one would be denied suffrage on account of their gender. When farm workers in the Central Valley of California were being underpaid and taken advantage of, a young Mexican-American Navy veteran named Cesar Chavez got involved and took action. He founded what would become the largest farm worker union to stand up for the rights of workers. And when African Americans were denied equal access to school, lunch counters, and bus seats, a Southern preacher named Dr. Martin Luther King got involved and took action. He stood up and proclaimed his dream that one day our nation would live up to its creed that we are all created equal. Now poll taxes and literacy tests are in history's dustbin. Restaurants, buses, and schools are integrated. Today, Americans face different challenges. There's unrest overseas, record income inequality at home, and a changing climate that threatens humankind in every corner of our world. You'll be asked to face these challenges, and like those who took a stand for women's suffrage, workers' rights, and racial equality, it's up to your generation to take action to address them. Make no mistake, these are big challenges, but they're not insurmountable. So don't worry about the size of the obstacle compared to the stature of one person. If history has taught us one thing, it's that human beings have phenomenal potential. Ordinary people can achieve extraordinary things. If you have doubts, remember the 26-year-old college graduate in Selma, the Quaker from Massachusetts, the poor Mexican-American farm worker, and the Southern preacher with a dream. Through simple but courageous actions, and with the help of other brave but ordinary Americans, they overcame big odds and made our country a greater place, and so will you. Never let the fear of failing keep you from taking action. Facing challenges and failing will always be better than shrinking from them. Striking out will always be better than never getting off the bench. So no matter what, at times you'll fall down. Just make sure it's less than the number of times that you get back up. And no matter what, have a little fun and make time for your family and your friends. You know, even President Lincoln used to skip cabinet meetings so he could play baseball on the White House lawn. Warren Buffett and Bill Gates still find time to play online bridge together. And you know, and our own Buster Posey found time to not only win the World Series, but to take time to watch The Bachelorette with his wife. And I understand she reciprocates by watching Swamp People with him. So class of 2015, Sonoma State University has given you the education you need to succeed. But they've also given you the tools you need to take action for the good of others. Use those tools. If you see wrongs, right them. If you witness injustices, push back against them. If there's an ideal you believe in, stand up for it. You're too smart to stand on the sidelines. Get involved, take action, enjoy the ride. And remember, life isn't a spectator sport. Thank you, and class of 2015, congratulations.
Thank you, Congressman Thompson, for very wonderful words. Academic life has offered you the opportunity to study and learn, to reflect, analyze, and synthesize, to formulate and test hypotheses. As you leave the world of the university and enter upon the course of your careers, you surely will put your theories to the test. Your new world will likely be more demanding and less forgiving. You will be faced with greater challenges and with more questions than solutions. In the real world, we all learn that our decisions and actions have very important meaning and real consequences, both practical and moral, for ourselves and others. What is certain in this very dynamic world is that there is no shortage of important work for the graduates of 2015. What advice can I offer to guide you on your way? I charge you to live a life of learning. Knowledge is a tool for bettering this world. You have developed skills of acquiring knowledge and critical thinking. Continue to hone your skills, to ask questions and pursue sound answers, and to exercise discipline in your work. I charge you to cultivate compassion for others. From compassion comes understanding of our differences and appreciation of our commonalities. Compassion engenders kindness and caring and generosity, the virtues that are the essence of our humanity and the ingredients we need to achieve truly peaceful, collaborative coexistence. I charge you to become involved in community life. To paraphrase Pericles' statement in the Golden Age of Athens, we do not say of people who do not participate in public affairs that they mind their own business. We say that they have no business here at all. we do not achieve alone. We always achieve with others. As citizens, we're obliged to understand the assumptions, ideals, and aspirations of our communities, develop the desire and the will to participate in the institutions for the common good. I charge you to actively seek and create and teach a life of hope. Say and do in a period of turbulence in our economic systems, our political solutions, in such times we can easily become dispirited and discouraged. Our greatest challenge is to keep alive the belief that a better, more enlightened, more humane world is truly possible. And I charge you to do all of these with a sense of adventure and fun. The faculty of this university has determined that you, the graduates of 2015, are ready to meet your responsibilities. I join them, along with the university administration and staff, your family and friends, and our distinguished guests here today in wishing you a rewarding future. Graduates who are preparing for careers in education will now be acknowledged. I recognize the Dean of the School of Education, Dr. Carlos Ayala.
Thank you, Dr. Armañana. Today is a very special day. Many of the candidates preparing in today's ceremony are engaged in or are preparing for careers in education. Some are receiving master's degrees. Some are receiving bachelor's degrees and will soon start their coursework leading to a California teaching or service credential. Doing the good work. Please join me in congratulating these fine students for their accomplishments. We are very proud of the contribution you will make to the field of education and the service you provide to the children of the state of California. Will all of the master's and bachelor's degrees candidates in any field who are preparing for careers in education, please stand. Please join me in wishing these graduates every success in their calling. You can now be seated. Thank you, Dr. Armañana.
The graduates will now be presented and the degrees conferred. I recognize Dr. Richard Senghas, Chair of the Faculty.
President Armañana, it is my privilege and honor to recommend these students who are assembled before you as candidates for degrees under requirements prescribed by the trustees of the California State University and by the faculty of Sonoma State University. Many of the candidates participating in today's ceremony are preparing for lifelong careers and are receiving a master's degree or a bachelor's degree for their major fields, and some are completing or will soon begin coursework leading to California teaching or service credential. We are very proud of the contribution you will all make to your respected fields of study. Please join me in wishing all graduates every success in their calling. Candidates for the master's degrees and bachelor's degrees will be presented to you by the Provost and by Vice President for Academic Affairs, Dr. Andrew Rogerson.
President Armañana, I am pleased to certify that the master's degree candidates here today have completed all the requirements established by the trustees of the California State University and the faculty of Sonoma State University for the degree of Master of Business Administration, Executive Master of Business Administration, Master of Arts in Education, Master of Arts in English, Master of Arts in Interdisciplinary Studies, Master of Arts in Organization Development, and Master of Arts in Spanish. Will all master's degree candidates please rise and remain standing?
Candidates for the master's degree, you have heard the recommendation of the faculty of Sonoma State University. By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of the California State University, I do hereby confer upon each of you who has satisfied the requirements for the appropriate degree of Masters of Arts and Masters of Business Administration, with all the honors, privileges, and responsibilities thereupon pertaining. Congratulations to every one of you. Please be seated.
President Arminiana, the deans of the academic schools will now present the candidates for the bachelor's degree. I recognize Dr. Thane Stearns, Dean of the School of Arts and Humanities.
Will all candidates for bachelor's degrees in the School of Arts and Humanities please rise and signify demonstrably? President Arminiana, on behalf of the faculty of the School of Arts and Humanities, I have the honor to recommend the candidates for bachelor's degrees with majors in American Multicultural Studies, Art, Art History, Chicano and Latino Studies, Communication and Media Studies, English, French, the Liberal Studies students from the Hutchins School, music, philosophy, Spanish, and theater arts and dance.
Thank you, Dean Stearns. Candidates from the School of Arts and Humanities, you may now be seated. I recognize Dr. William Silver, Dean of the School of Business and Economics.
Will all the candidates for bachelor's degrees in the School of Business and Economics please rise and make yourselves be known? President Arminiana, on behalf of the faculty of the School of Business and Economics, I have the honor to present the candidates for bachelor's degrees with majors in economics and business administration with concentrations in accounting, finance, financial management, management, marketing, and wine business strategies.
Thank you, Dean Silver. Candidates from the School of Business and Economics, you may be seated. I recognize Dr. Carlos Ayala, Dean of the School of Education.
Will all of the candidates for bachelor's degrees in the School of Education please rise? President Arminiana, on behalf of the faculty of the School of Education, I have the honor to present the candidates for bachelor's degrees in early childhood studies.
Thank you, Dean Ayala. Candidates from the School of Education, you may now be seated.
Will all of the candidates for the bachelor's degrees please rise? All of you. Candidates for the bachelor's degree, you have heard the recommendation of the faculty of Sonoma State University. By the virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of the California State University, I do here confer upon each of you who has satisfied the requirements the Bachelor of Arts or Bachelor of Science with all honors, privileges, and responsibilities thereupon pertaining. Now, to signify that the bachelor's degree has been earned, you may move the tassel on your cap to the left side. Congratulations. Would all of the graduates please join me in expressing our appreciation to the faculty and staff of Sonoma State University, whose hard work and dedication have helped you achieve this goal. Please be seated.
Our candidates have devoted great time, energy, and sacrifice in order to earn their respective degrees. So that each of them may be accorded personal recognition, their names will be read as they approach the platform to receive their diplomas. Therefore, we request that the audience remain seated during this special moment for our graduates and their families and friends. We also ask that you hold your applause until the end of the presentation so that everyone's name can be heard. So on behalf of the faculty and graduates, I would like to thank Professors Marco Calavita and Armand Galinsky for reading their names. Sometimes a challenging task. We will now present the diplomas. I recognize Dr. Melinda Bernard, Associate Vice President for Faculty Affairs, who will introduce the candidates.
Welcome. Will those receiving the master's degree from the School of Education please rise? Master degree candidates, please come forward to receive your diplomas.
Kaylin Wood. Donna Faulkner. Christina Towner.
Chelsea Oseto.
Monique Lorena Luke.
Jennifer Poovey.
James Delbert Evans.
Corey Hebner.
Patrick Daniels.
Amy Schluter.
Jennifer Beth Madke Schmidt.
Jose Luis Cortez.
Deborah Marie Livingston.
Catherine Christine Corey.
Teresa Isola.
Donna Mongilo.
Emily Agustin.
Jessica Lee Bawley.
Michelle Wall.
Krista McAtee.
Yvonne Baldenegro.
Surly Castillo.
Ryan Curata. Amy Levinson Gray. Heather Marie Parker. Carly Swatosh. Yun Lim Park. Gina Damiliano. Peyton Blumker. Reagan Stoniak. Kelsey Liebert. Alexandra Jillian Bauer. Carrie Beard. Megan Hasser. Tabitha Sutliff. Crystal Ann Rigsby. Felia Neil Capolana Saini Saishiko Ako. Alex Fritz. Natalia Gonzalez Fuentes. Adelaide Gonzalez. Dawn Rochelle McClelland. Danielle Lowney. Margie Ann Snola Reyna. Jessica Banatas Motini. Danielle Foreman. Jill Muller.
Congratulations, whoa. Congratulations to the master's degrees from the School of Education. Thank you. We had a little minor snafu there, and some of our bachelor degrees slipped in. So for you parents who heard those names being called, they did not get masters. I'm sorry to tell you. But now, will the bachelor degrees from the School of Education please stand forward? Please come forward and receive your diplomas.
Tori Dolberg.
Kayla Strom.
Kelsey Dolores Lemelin.
Kate Renfro.
Tyler Sewell.
Natalie Calabrese.
Jessica Pena.
Kara Sainer.
Laurel Duncan.
Andrea Thornton.
Caitlin Stansberry.
Mady Lowe.
Catherine Nicole Gallia.
Cindy Floyd.
Leah Inman.
Carly Truby.
Maytal Leah Orivi.
Elizabeth Jenkins.
Rachel Danielli.
Brian Pedersen.
Alexandria Sesser.
Oriana Vaughn.
Sasha Rose Anastasia Roton. Janelle Mills. Angelica Carrio. Maricela Musgrove. Marco Sacchetto. Erica Rose Craig. Mackenzie Jones. Lauren Lee Hawkins. Athena Mogul. Grace Lauren Martinez. Kelsey Nicole Lee. Alexandra Lee Garcia. Nicole Brianne Hackman. Juliana Flynn. Juliana Louise Monday. Samantha Lepp. Claire Deneen. Jennifer Toole. Elizabeth Bissery. Mikey Ryan. Chelsea McLaughlin. Maria Dominique Olivier Harvey. Natasha Mitchell. Katie Schultz. Alanya Sabankaya. Emma Jean Smith. Laura Redley. Pedley. Elizabeth Fromson. Kelsey Ortola. Bernadette Buckowitz.
Congratulations to the recipients of a bachelor's degree in education. Please be seated. Now, will those receiving master's degrees from the School of Arts and Humanities please rise? Master degree recipients, please come forward to receive your diplomas.
Stephen Piatti Cosgrove.
Ethan Osman. Letitia Ann Sotelo. Karen Yebra. Michaela Spangenberg. Harker Brodigan.
Congratulations to the master degree recipients from the School of Arts and Humanities. All right, all you future masters of creativity, will the bachelor degree recipients from the School of Arts and Humanities please rise? School marshals, please direct them forward to receive their diplomas.
Megan Villanueva.
Paige Vreeberg.
Ashley Carell.
Dana Denisha.
Benjamin Turley.
Brianna Williams.
Melissa Ann Bader.
Katie Mae Bierman.
Tyndall.
Jacqueline Karpiak.
Emma Cockcroft.
Giovanna Marie Jacosa.
Lauren Paul Jorgensen.
Francis Tells.
Jessica Ann Harryford.
Sierra Lightheisel.
Kelly Brody.
Jacqueline Torres.
Reinman.
Kara Diane Fuqua.
Allison Spencer.
Stephanie Becknall.
Corin Scott.
Brittany Silva.
Kaynella Rose Fulbright McCubry.
Elizabeth Hannah Esparza.
Ian Calabuso.
Patrick Deneen.
Spencer Araujo.
Taylor Elizabeth Stowe.
Elizabeth Northrup.
Estabaliz Gabriela Romeo.
Deanna McNally McCall.
Grace Pino.
Jessica Lawrence.
Brittany Templeton.
Abhishek Nikhil Menon.
Sarah Selma.
Melissa Lee Hubble.
Dylan Silva.
Nazan Akhtash.
Michelle Welling.
Ricardo Lomeli.
Catherine Chapin.
Garrett Davis.
John Capetta.
Kenny Campbell.
Gabrielle Velasquez.
Carrie Lynn Bailey.
Brianna Ashley Bravo.
Benjamin Wickenden.
Riley Eileen Hennessy.
Gina Marie Frost.
Sadie Aragon Garcia.
Claire Joelson.
Vanessa Chavez.
Samantha Hayworth.
Maria Nofre.
Mary Beth Moondock.
Gladys Rosales.
Ashley Farland.
Yasmin Raquel Soto.
Samantha Huck.
Krista Snyder.
Peter Brennan.
Andrea Musso.
Vinny Schreiner.
Kelsey Ann Honeychurch.
Lana Dean Yoakum.
Arissa Mushan Carvalho.
Angela De La Cruz.
Kayla Jankowski.
Milton DeValle,
Melinda Vieira,
Deanna May,
Ashlyn Deffenbaugh,
Hadley Rudd,
Chloe Elise Spiker,
Isaac Lopez,
Tanae Stewart,
Diana Leon,
Christopher Cockrum,
Sarah Hayward,
Ashley Browning,
Katie Sue Anderson,
Nicole Moyle,
Hillary Gatton,
Samantha Ballier,
Dustin Kinsley,
Catherine McGonigal,
Shannon Elaine Wilson,
Caitlin Stauber,
Donna Lindsay Garcia,
Cammie Marie Funk,
Alicia Graves,
Chelsea Pearson,
Emily Rose Strempeck,
Patricia Gomez de la Torre,
Ashlyn Arend,
Lucinda Rose Moore,
Olivia Rose,
Laurel Griffiths,
Nina Louisa Jones,
Lauren DePepe,
Catherine Lunsford,
Lauren Speakman,
Megan Thompson,
Ryan Dykstra,
Catherine Swanson,
Audrina Soblin,
Carly Ray Perkins,
Simon Jungmin Choi,
Emily Cedar,
Hannah Miller,
Omari Malik Wise,
Colton Deck,
Rachel Kegley,
Chase Hart,
Gianna Lavigny,
Travis O'Deck,
Mia Vargas,
Jenny Newen,
Catherine Rudd,
Kyle Ryan,
Sarah Chafee,
Jake Burke,
Erica Abel,
Soren Elizabeth Carey,
Chad Bianchi,
Brittany Adele Bruchera,
Calvin Smith,
Anna Marie Elena Jimenez,
Aaron Gillis,
Michael Ackley,
Stephen Moen,
Charlie Benjamin William Lawrence Baker,
Carlos Alvera,
Hasilie Perez,
Casey Bouncel,
Emily Schick,
Blake Aldretti,
Emma Higgins,
Matt Manfrey,
Haley Renee Woods,
Devin Bradley,
Stephanie Marie Gianni,
Taylor Toccolino,
Hannah Cardiel,
Bobby Ramus,
Jenna Velez,
Garrett Schwartz,
Sarah DeLonda,
Jackson Stogner,
Veronica Gray,
Devin Elliott,
Eric William Gronley,
Marcus Boucher,
Erica Mandel,
Kayla Yvonne Ruiz,
Emily Rizzo,
Kayla Marie Ford,
Abigail Rose Middich,
Amira Lynn Shadahi,
Taylor Chu,
Emily Elizabeth Kraus,
Kaylin Meager,
Siobhan Weatherby,
Delaney Brown,
Madeline Wilmot,
Kelly Irons,
Adrian Abella,
Jenna Ray Steffel,
Kelly Jean Underwood,
Andrea Reed,
Felicia May Cabana,
Megan Whitehorn.
Chelsea Swain.
Justin Justice Lockhart.
Megan Vandenberg.
Kayleen Christine Kemp.
Nathaniel Henry.
Okay. Evan Croker.
Kelly Bercier.
Jason Nathan Morris Weiss.
Francesca Diane Budato.
Chris Meza.
Nicole Ann Dudley.
Trisha Wiggin.
Christopher John Strong.
Jasmine Tiller.
Gloria Ilcito Maldonado.
Jessica Sarah Rose.
Priscilla Reyes.
Alexandra Renteria.
Jennifer Venezio.
Crystal Bosch.
Sarah Miranda.
Allie Waller.
Skylar Palacios.
Alexandria Marie Kenyon.
Philip Glanvin.
Jacqueline Spence.
Sierra Stockton.
Hillary Hill.
Lisa Clark.
Veronica Benvenuto.
Karen Slezak.
Casey May Sears.
Welby Soriano.
Russell Vernon Brackett.
Jack Gray.
Jessica Jing Reben.
Caitlin Thompson.
Dana Stenmark.
Catherine Young.
Lucelena Jimenez Perez.
Jennifer Pingree.
Angelica Sofia Vieira.
Rachel Meistrup.
Coty Galloway.
Dylan Serdovsky.
Laura Michelle Aranya.
Cheyenne Lopez.
Krista Robertson.
Kayla Webster.
Brittany Berg.
Julie Baldia.
Michelle Arenas.
Deanna Diaz.
Sandra Beltran.
Admin Ariza Gomez.
Yolanda Sanchez.
Michael Cornwall.
Rebecca Goronsky.
Andrea Hernandez Moore.
Chelsea Sabati.
Caitlin Dennis.
Sarah Kimple.
Gerlin B. Buen Camino.
Christopher Stephen Cursavan.
Katie Payne.
Logan Augustine Stewart.
David Canota.
Natalia Marquez.
Zachary Bailey.
Yanette Peralta Cervantes.
Philip Wall.
Sarah Reddins.
Emily Diane Cap.
Leanne Rogers.
Elizabeth Grace Cunningham.
Lindsay Giasio.
Mary Kathleen Rakovich.
Ashley Armstrong.
Jessica Caitlin Cornett.
Justin Romers.
Taylor Tora Vitangeli.
Annie Green.
Lauren Silvera.
Amanda Kathleen Cowan.
Lexi Ziakis.
Anna Joyner.
Bridie Carinci.
Natalie Abalna.
Eloise Rippey.
Shiva Javdani.
Tyler Drinnen.
Montserrat Camacho.
Jonna Fennick.
Natalie Estepinian.
Jennifer Morales.
Kevin Dunn.
Bianca Nunez.
Torianne Marissa Sudam.
Ariana Patricia Reed.
Sarah Elizabeth Calvin.
Cheyenne Haney.
Troy Stetson.
Carla Cavedo.
Milan Cora Morales.
Anne Louise Leach.
Sarah Melenda.
Lite Lilian Matasso.
Braden Ross.
Gina Santoni.
Jeffrey Bulware.
Amanda Marie Simorelli.
Kyle Steven Sprickman.
William Benbow Thompson.
JC Lynn Crane.
Christine Manella.
Rebecca Molly O'Neill.
Adrian LaFortune.
Emily Michelle Langell.
Natalia Yeager.
Julianne Aldag.
Seth Weinstein.
Lauren Stewart.
Randall Chisholm.
Hannah Catherine Stite.
Jennifer Eileen Firehart.
Ashton Christine Myers.
Olayinka Papula.
Sarah Elizabeth Hicks.
Niley Rhodes.
Sydney Alexandra Miller.
Samantha Pouget.
Brenda Ray Valin.
Karen Glover.
Gianna Isabel Scolari.
Joshua Betancourt.
Lexi Elise Cause.
Paris Mazer.
Christina Nicole D'Amico.
Alyssa Swartz.
Emma Teensy Perry.
Yvette Aguilar.
Emma Elizabeth Musso.
Adriana Guadalupe Torres.
Hannah Elizabeth Campbell.
Karen Lisette Griffith.
Michael Bruzoni.
Jacqueline Leon.
Mackenzie Lynn Belmy.
Mary Carmen Olivares Hernandez.
Erica Buchko.
Lucia Ramirez.
Veronica Rea Ledesma.
Vanessa Garcia.
Kim Aaliyah Thatch.
Cara Turner.
Carrie Satcher.
Audrey McEachran.
Brittany Cutlip.
Teresa Marie Souza.
Kayla DeLynn Terry.
Jennifer Nicole Willis.
Jennifer Bowen.
Kiona Crosby.
Elizabeth Wanshura.
Rachel Jeffries.
Siobhan Starks.
Emily Jeffries.
Jamie Jacob.
Mary Carvalho.
Raquel Suico. Emily Hutchins. Kaylee Pollock. Lindsay Pirro. Kelsey Moran. Garrett Knight. Justin Savasso. Megan Moreno. Erica Garnica.
This was my father's.
Celestino Fernandez. Amanda Boniface.
One souvenir was clothing.
Claire Varner.
Father's clothing, and that was his belt.
Emma Rose Kalak.
I've learned how to tighten this thing.
Alexandra Hicks. Shelby Farrand. Heather Marquardt. Adria Withrow. Heather Trimble. Zanin Mahich. Francis Troy Lynch.
Congratulations to the recipients of the bachelor's degrees in Arts and Humanities. Please be seated. Now, will those receiving master's degrees from the School of Business and Economics please rise? Master degree candidates, please come forward and receive your degrees.
Hand me your card. Joshua Dubkowski.
Luis Figueroa.
Gustavo Martinez.
Octiara Erskine.
Julia Lane Cooper.
Tara Bartosh.
Brian Ambrosini.
Yanish Kortz.
Cynthia Goldbeck.
Mario Prado.
Amy McVicker.
Vicente Johnson.
Nicole Ruby.
Timothy Nordvet.
Sarah Ann Saunders.
Alicia Bayada.
Jessica Lyons.
Erin Elizabeth Rock.
Angie Martinez.
Jonathan Williams.
Christopher Ryan Jacobson.
Daniel Joseph Ancheta. Amanda Nicole Burgess. Elena Polshitova. Keto Tisalis.
Congratulations to the recipients of the master's degrees from the School of Business and Economics. All right, all you future masters of industry and finance, please rise. Will the school marshals please direct the graduates from the School of Business and Economics for the bachelor's to come forward?
Be a long session. Guess I better get a drink now while I can. Of course, some of them have had too many already.
Kevin Charles Hill.
Christiana Keel.
Dylan Roderick Jennings. Armin Makhtari.
Morgan Boscarello.
Brian David Hornberger.
Shayna Jones.
Christina Ruvalcaba.
Ella Young.
Nayeli Vacasatello.
Jordan Sakato.
Michael Perry Barber.
Nicole Weber.
Andrew Rilford Spran.
Marissa Weber.
Samantha Lynn Casal.
Danielle Brockmeyer.
Shauna Renee Russell.
Claire Nero.
Jessica Jane Stansfield.
Jessica Pizzo.
Madeline Densberger.
Camille Romeo.
Kelly Shaver.
Melissa Stephenson.
Shannon Oga.
Melissa Gonzalez.
Jessica Myers.
Catherine Hughes.
Brittany Miller.
Michael Edward Snow.
Joseph Rosen.
Tyler Lee James Davis.
Stephen Olson.
Tyler Sheen.
Casey Meister.
Samantha High Huffman.
Olivia Najar.
Andrea Muller.
Catherine Ann Hansen.
Kayla Reichert.
Christina Elizabeth Vizcaino.
Zella Pelly.
Erica Mary Schreckenghost.
James Jackson.
Christopher Robert Redburn.
Daniel Joseph Clements.
Tyler Vasilik.
John Hunter Jorgensen.
Shelby Micah Wagner.
Laura Ian Manabang.
Crystal Amanda Garcia.
Ala Peixoto.
Rodrigo Garcia Cruz.
Danielle Whitney.
Christopher Gilbert Peel.
Rachel Renee Gilligan.
Aaron McMillan Gordon.
Kaylee Joaquin.
Robert Wassmer.
Megan Sierra Lysell.
Jared Cortez.
Michael David Meehan.
Laura Switch Gable.
Randy Leveroni.
Jared Wynn.
Vanessa Ruiz Orozco.
John Diekman.
Jorlyn May Wong.
Katie Bennett.
Linan Wong.
Morgan Wildman.
Gina Marie Delgado.
Mohammed El Salah.
Madeline Marie Simmons.
Marco Antonio Del Campo Jr.
Sharon Bocut.
Lindsay Mazel.
Sefali Bakhta.
Anthony Dedier.
Dominique Mortons.
Kevin Hill.
Alexander Joel Mendoza.
Julian Mariano.
William Garcia.
Michael Paskett.
Michelle Abad.
Kevin Bonner.
Jamie Chamberlain.
Aaron Matthew Greenlee Rouse.
Leslie Leonor Galindo Martinez.
Taraya Renee Cheney.
Lawrence Abello Ricardo.
Hannah Jean Ford.
Hannah Lauren Franz.
Caitlin Francis Fowler.
Aaliyah Stratman Diaz.
Amelia Slippy,
Rachel Zari Campbell,
Carly Fine,
Alexandra Brain,
Julie Anna Draco,
Angel Vian,
Madison Rosinski,
Alex Gutierrez,
Eden Ray Cayley,
Isabel Karst,
Natalie Myers,
Anne Marie Kenny,
Lindsay Holland,
Megan Noel Cooper,
Dominique Delore,
Kelsey Ray Streeter,
Trevor Whitaker,
Adriana Bosaki,
Christopher Borgia,
Brandon Serrano,
Renee Pollock,
Daisy Guerrero,
Catherine Barnhart,
Katie Alcazar,
Laura Ann Fortea,
Laura Ortega,
Rachel Joanna Ward,
Brittany Stewart,
Yasica Gudino Figueroa,
Tara Erskine,
Spencer Lee Carroll,
Arshpreet Batar,
Haley Nazar,
Jessica Hernandez,
Caitlin Dodd,
Michael Hernandez,
Connor Keenley,
Olivia Maddox,
Kaya Perez,
Gabriella Von Tempsky,
Ian Merwin,
Brandlin Pajon,
Sam Willan,
Gina Marie Ngolia,
Nick Scaramella,
Jenna Balch,
Amy Tamino,
Stephen Anderson,
Juliana DiBattista,
Carrie Pratt,
Connor McKenzie,
Tyler Nicole Brown,
Shelby Bennett,
Jennifer Boldizar,
Amanda Barr,
Anton Daniel Sonke,
Colleen Curry,
Alex De Benedictis,
Alexis Cohen,
Cole Andreasen,
Trendon Simping Ballantine,
Matthew Byland,
Andrew Rasson,
Haley Andrews Northey,
Ty Stevenson,
Nicole Wright,
Jake Scarpetti,
Noe Mata Magana,
Austin James Slendeck,
Janelle Heliotis,
Ryan Winkler,
Lauren Derling,
Alexander Dean Davis,
Savannah Warner,
John Anthony Mangual,
David Carl Ermer III,
Claire Soder,
Amanda Psyche,
Anthony Robert Cordoni,
Shannon O'Neill,
Christopher Peterson,
Davis Graydon,
Irineo Behetu Nere,
Gina Garibaldi Horegi,
Raul Bernal Gutierrez,
Kristen Hardesty,
Tyler Carl,
Daniel Solis,
John Reedy,
Aaron Edelstein,
Ryan Breedwell,
Margaret Claire Rumpanis,
Alexander Fast,
Michelle Lee Daniels,
Cameron Davis,
Karina Gonzalez Cahu,
Kyle O'Connor,
Jessica Bowen,
Thomas Mead Jr.,
Freddie Mattingly,
Alejandro Sanchez Belletti,
Tyler Reyes,
Simon Popov,
Sage Estegoy,
Adam Loria,
Caitlin Lampe,
Summer Uramian,
John Stewart Moffat III,
Rachel Lee,
Kelsey Springer,
Robert Graham Shelton,
Kevin Michael Belling,
Danielle Roybal,
Mackenzie Pelletier,
Freddie Matoyer,
Cassie Janae Brownlow,
Darren Fong,
Tyler Benkowski,
Lindsay Sunshine Anderson,
Nathaniel Norris,
Jordan Nakamura,
Marisa Corey,
Michael Harris,
Maritza Mendoza,
Thomas Berry,
Landon Swiston,
Victoria Garrigus,
Dane Larson,
Gabrielle Christine Garrissy,
Shintong Lee,
Lena Elizabeth Carter,
Michael Wolverton,
Kelsey Nicole Gomez,
Aaron Dumler,
Amy Moon Matlock,
Wesley Sizemore,
Ryan Petula,
Kevin Lee,
Michael Dublin,
Caitlin Michelle Simpson,
Ryan Holmes,
Bradley Rasmussen,
Brittany DeVar,
Blake Hall,
Justin Aterovich,
Sean Cook,
Allison Marie Hill,
Smokey Saria Chiving,
Ashley Marie Marsh,
Giselle Sanchez,
Danielle Serena Sage,
Sabrina Jansen,
Alexis Delaire Morabito,
Storm Glover,
Kelly Jane McLean,
Alex Escovedo,
Mary Nicole Prather,
Christian Martinez,
Mike and Stamness,
Michael Scott McGee,
Alexandra Lane Folden,
Los Barron,
Tamis Rosalind Bruno,
Joyce Cayago Joves,
Brielle Charmason,
Allison Christina Douse,
Taylor Pencer,
Catherine Kuzgan Garcia,
Jordan Ray Duke,
Tom Ziegler,
Evan Duke,
Tyler Persons,
David Whiteson,
Armando Cobian,
Lindsay Fry,
Mohammed Jahangir,
Amanda Russell,
Adrian Gould,
Corina Birmingham,
Paige Fisher,
Jennifer Rutledge,
Elijah Rainsford Stephenson,
Lauren DiBiasio,
Kyle Petrocelli,
Lindsay Smith,
Holly Day,
Alexandra Amobaya,
Kelly Tryon,
William K. Minor,
Caitlin Koyama,
Nicholas Carrad,
Blake Gentry,
Andrew James Phelps I,
Ryan Boudreau,
Julia Rockowitz.
Soren Popelka.
Sophie Shearer.
Vincenzo Paganetti.
Haley Pickerel.
Philip Holbrook.
Courtney Ann Miyasaki.
Michael Lowasser.
Candela Martinez.
Matthew Roberts.
Tyler Theobald.
Michael Henry Gilga.
Samuel Winslow Wise I.
Michael Robert Nicholas.
Nick Bazat.
Eric Thomas Gilga.
Karena Soto.
Kurt Baranis.
Abby Gabor.
Kyle Lloyd McReynolds.
Emma Marie Defina.
Jessica Martinez.
Jessica Lee Stafford.
Tracy Daig.
Olivia Nebo.
Kendall Kavanaugh.
Grant Cecil.
Crystal Ascona.
Daniel Riley.
Anya Laura Garcia.
Michael Harvey.
Kelly Barner.
Tyler Kelly.
Ken Karstens.
Scott Seal.
Justin Furia.
Robert Henry.
Ian Tyree Ebinger.
Ryan Gavassi.
Molly Irene Richardson.
Michael Meiswinkle.
Natasha Slater.
Martin Buckets Fullen.
Ryan Strawn.
Tristan Eakin.
Logan Kaiser.
Dylan Bernard Johnson.
Zach Wines.
Tony Carleveris.
John Alexander Chagati Misselbeck.
Charles Barba.
Charles Donovan Bertole.
Daniel Marengo.
Marcus Gomez Garcia.
Chris Metcalf.
Brianna Ray San Juan.
Kyle James Barnes.
Lauren Mitchell.
Matt Roars.
Melissa Menzinger.
Andrea Collins.
Amy Casso.
Veronica Zacks.
Caitlin Eller Robb.
Dusty Sanford.
Shannon Dare.
Shane Tracy.
Peyton Snyder.
Eric Fiedler.
Abby Morgan.
Mark Gunson.
Adam Rosenkrantz.
Blake Olson.
Catherine Brown.
Blair Gardner.
Amanda Pizzamenti.
Robert Meeson.
Holly Holleran.
Jake Betcher.
Russell Flood.
Martin Reedy.
Jason Vitkovic.
Mitchell Hickey.
Stephen Hannesian.
Patrick McIntosh.
Trissa Stovall.
Daniel Walsh.
Stephen Monahan.
Giovanni Cardenas.
Yoremia Eamon.
Arjun Dangle.
Kevin Lowe.
Paige Alexandra Uppal.
Christina Luna.
Holly Zorro.
Maria Luisa Campos.
Miranda Oswald.
Giovanni Aaron Cardoza.
Alyssa Prophet.
Megan McGrath.
Ryan Michael McAllister.
Danielle Clyden.
Zach Tomp.
Spencer Myers.
Ryan Reese Roberts.
Rebecca Lynn Silva.
Taylor Lowe.
Mariah Eby.
Patrick Bauer.
Kevin Bruto Cow.
Kevin Berger.
Bo Bombeck. Jacob Bombeck. Joel Ferreira Clifton. Jason Tonks. Seti Frasco. Audrey Pratt. Bonifacio Lomelli. Matthew Lee Adams. Jennifer Moberly. Kendra Sugitan. Amanda Jean Fasano. Michelle Catherine Reynolds. Christina Anderson. Aaron Wilgus. James Alban. Luke Legoski. Sawyer McConnell. Steven Silva. Alejandra Hernandez Cruz. Adriana Jaramillo. Wen Yuen. Nin Yuen. Gerardo de Luna Lopez. Eric Huerta Perez. Israel Alejandro Chavez Cruz. Ricardo Mora. Osvaldo Quinones. Kelly Velasco. Michelle Neum. Alec James Dominy. Luis Julian Lerma. Cody O'Donnell. Kyle McGilvray. Noah Benjamins. Stephen Allen Resnick III. Xander Zeffirana III. Sam Terminello. Brandon Waite. John Jeffries. Tyler White. Is that it? What do you do with those? Throw them out? All right.
Okay. Oops. There we go. Okay, folks. So, we're in the home stretch. Congratulations to all the graduates here today. And now it is my great pleasure to introduce Allison Spencer, who will lead us in the Sonoma State hymn, which we have dredged out of the dusty archives that go deep into our history. You can find the words for the hymn in your program on the first page. Thank you, Allison. At this point in the ceremony, I would like to remind you that the School of Arts and Humanities, Business and Economics, and Education are hosting receptions for their graduates and their families immediately following this commencement ceremony. The locations of the receptions are listed in the map in your program. We hope you will join us at the receptions on this very special day as we salute our graduates and celebrate their accomplishments. And it's also a great time that we faculty often get to meet the families for the only time in this whole time. So we look forward to meeting you there. So we've come to the part of the ceremony known as the recessional. And this tradition provides us, the faculty, with an opportunity to formally greet and congratulate the graduating students. Therefore, we request that the audience please remain seated until all the graduates have left the commencement area. Okay? It'll turn into a mess if we don't. Okay? The recessional will terminate at the Central Campus Quad. We appreciate your patience and your cooperation during this recessional as we give our last honor to the graduating class. Will the banner carriers please take up their banners? And now, will the platform party, the faculty, and the graduates please stand?